Hey guys, this is Kyle Ross. Welcome back to the channel. And when we left off last time, we just came back from the destroyed tower, and we made it back to one of these trailers and rested for the night. But we got stuck in the middle of a blizzard, so we spent probably the first 10 to 15 minutes just hunkering down, boiling water, because there's no way that we can make it back to the dam in the meantime. And so this is where we're basically picking up the footage. We just kind of had to hunker down, like I said, for about 10 to 15 minutes. Also, shout out to Eric for subscribing. And so now we are finishing up, topping our water off, getting a torch, as you can see. We'll save that for later. And we are going to begin making our trip back to the dam. And so we picked up our animal skins that we left behind previously. And we're looking for making sure that we are on the road. The road is just right over this way. And so with us discovering the destroyed tower, finally exploring that is basically the last location that we're going to look into on Mystery Lake. And so now we have the decision of where do we go from here. I tend to always gravitate towards Coastal Highway. But there's a part of me that wants to just get away from that, because you could spend forever at Coastal Highway. It's such a huge map. There's so much to do and to find there, so many locations to explore, so much wildlife that you can see and hunt. And so I think that we're actually going to head towards Mountain Town, head towards the town of Milton. And so we're going to head back to the dam one final time and begin to consolidate all the things that we have. Maybe we can allow some of these animal skins to cure and get them in a good condition to maybe even craft something. If we have too many, maybe we need to leave them behind. We'll see. But in the meantime, we are going to make our way back to the dam and tear down any unwanted clothes that we have, salvage those, repair any lanterns to the fullest capability, fill those things up, try to be as light as we can, because when we do go to Mountain Town, one of the pathways to get into, I think the town, I can't remember if Milton is in Pleasant Valley or if Milton is Mountain Town. I'm pretty sure it's Milton and Mountain Town, but there's a rope that you have to climb down, and so you don't want to be heavy. You don't want to be traveling heavy whenever you go to that. So it's one thing, kind of when you're exploring one map, you try to want to be as light as possible, especially if you're out exploring different things. Like, you want to be able to pick up things and carry them with you. But typically whenever I move from zone to zone, I try to carry as much as I possibly can, even if there is a penalty, because I know that I'm going to want to carry those things with me. And right now we're a little heavy, but we're not ridiculously heavy. But we definitely needed to rest from coming down from the tower, because we were a little fatigued and cold. Yeah, and we got most of our stamina bar to be able to kind of sprint. And sometimes I'll see or hear a wolf. Even sometimes a bear. I've seen a bear kind of down in this little canyon here. But in order to get to Mountain Town, we have to first head to Trapper's Cabin. So again, what we'll do is we'll probably consolidate as much as we can and make our way over basically on the opposite corner of the map, if the map in my head is right. Okay, yeah, we heard a wolf. So we'll go ahead and light that just in case. Some of them have been known to get into here. We'll close that all the same, just because we're not necessarily outrunning one of them. Our fire is all burned out. Alright, so that hide is good to go. We'll set down the ones that we just brought in. (22%, 16%). Those are 100%. Perfect. Go ahead and put that torch out, save it, and we can break this down just to kind of create a little bit of space here in our front room. And let's take a look at our stashed inventory. Set our wood down for now. And just kind of take a look. Okay, with the bear skin, deer skin, we're going to need more hides for that. But those deer skin boots are very effective. Boots we have on now are good, but these are warm, they're mobile. And as far as the moose cloak, also going to need some moose hide for that. That's easier said than done. So even with what we have, we may need to cure a little bit more in order to make what we need to make. That's true with the wolfskin coat. Maybe with the deerskin boots, we can pull that one off if we wait long enough. Just because we need 2 of those, it looks like. But then we also have a crafting time of 12.5 hours, so we need to make sure that we have food and water in order to sit around and basically craft for the good part of a day, maybe even into the second day. So even if you have the materials, it's not a locked deal. So what we may do is we may go and see what we can hunt. So our weapon is locked and loaded, ready to go. Another thing that we should consider too is just how many bullets we have. Because while it feels like we found a lot, we could eat through those pretty quickly if we run across a wolf and that takes 2 shots from us. If we run across a deer, that takes 2 shots. Like that's going to burn through our ammo faster than we may think. And I'm wondering if that wolf is still around from earlier. There was one that was kind of growling at us earlier. Even if we can get some wolf meat, again, it's not the best thing for you to eat, and you kind of have to manage that, but it will keep you alive. Ultimately, if we could find if we could spook another wolf into a deer or vice versa, that would be ideal. Just so we can almost get two birds with one stone. Okay, not much going on down here. And just out of curiosity, I don't know if there's a cave over this way. Alright, let's go see what we can find. Not much over there. Maybe we can run across some of these wolves that kind of run up and down the railroad line here. I hear them. They're not too far away. Ideally, the best place to hunt in Mystery Lake is probably the lake itself, because again, you could probably see a wolf, a bear, and a deer all standing in one place. Like if you just kind of spin around, you could probably see all those animals.
I need to find food.
We are getting hungry. Okay. Let's go. We'll go kind of through here. Just because if we do find something, it'll be quickest to either probably get it to the camp office or back to the dam from here. Oh, here's one. Alright, let's see. Alright, looks like there's two of them. Alright. I'm gonna wait till we get an optimal shot. I'm better up close, but then again, who isn't? And wolf's almost kind of half of its body's hidden by the horizon. I did not get them. Let's see if I drew any blood. Nope. I don't see any blood. Where did that other one go? Okay. He is not happy. He knows it was me. Alright, let's stay at an angle where we can see him better. Couldn't see him against that rock. Let's make sure we're all locked and loaded here. Here he comes. Missed him. Got him that time. Okay. So, bam, right there. 3 shots to take down one wolf. And Honestly, if I'd have been smart, I probably would have lured him back closer to, say, like the dam or the camp office. Yeah. Alright, let's see. Okay, so if we quarter him, maybe an hour. That's what we're going to do. Sun's going down. We're hungry. Temperature-wise, we're doing okay. But we can just kind of scoop all this up. The guts, the hide, the meat bags. Alright. But there's a storm coming in.
Feels like a lot of gear.
And we are heavy. Yeah, we feel heavy. Alright, so we can make it to the camp office, though. That's not too far away. Gosh, we're so heavy. Look how slow we're moving. It's going to take forever. Oh, crap.
Die if I don't get some
There's
food
another
soon.
wolf. Alright. And he probably smells that I'm carrying his brother, too, so... Okay. We gotta do something. We don't need to charge him because he'll attack us, and we're hungry, we're way down, and this flare isn't gonna last forever. Okay, yeah. We're gonna have to drop some of it, I think.
The sun's setting. It's gonna get a lot colder soon.
Alright, so we'll drop some of that, come back later. Alright. So that doesn't speed us up that much, but a little bit. Good grief. Alright. We'll drop the other one for now too. And at least just get this hide back. Sometimes the long dark feels like this. I know this isn't great YouTube, but I'm still working on some of my editing skills, and I think this is where most YouTubers would probably like speed up the video, or like put it in double speed or something like that. I gotta learn how to do that. But for now, I'd say maybe skip ahead 3 or 4 minutes. And I think that's when I'll get... Okay, I can look at the dial here. If you skip ahead about 2 minutes from now, I would have made it indoors, I think. Alright, there's another friend. Again, he smells the guts on me, I'm sure. Alright, so let's pick it up a little bit. This flare's about to go out. I want to make it inside one of these cabins, or one of these trailers before they get to us. Ooh, and we're close. Here we go. Here we go. There they are. Here we go. Made it. Oh, that's always a sigh of relief whenever you can make it inside somewhere when you're on the cusp of getting attacked or freezing to death or whatever. Alright, so we'll go ahead and put that down, put the guts down. That'll lighten this up a little bit. And as far as rest goes, there's not a place to sleep in here. We've already checked that. There's not a place to sleep in here. Our flare's about to burn out. And okay, we do have a lantern. We have a torch. So if we want to make a run for the dam itself, we may have to just light this torch. We do have some not dog food, pork and beans. We got some pork and beans that we can eat just to keep us alive. But from here, we can make it to the dam, maybe sleep through the night, and then we can go back and get our food. Alright, so we'll wait just a few more moments, just so hopefully the wolves can kind of go somewhere else. I've had some games where the Timberwolves will just stay outside your door and basically wait for you to come out. I've waited like a full day, and the Timberwolves were there waiting for me. Alright, we'll see if we can make it over there quickly. If not, I mean, we've got a knife, we've got weapons to fight them off. I would just rather not have to bandage myself and do all that. If you can avoid that, avoid repairing your clothing, all that stuff. It's best if you can just avoid getting attacked like that. And with the blizzard, that tends to drive them into hiding. Okay, so far so good. Like I said, we'll get inside, we'll get some sleep, and then once dawn is here, we'll be able to go back out and get that meat. Especially we'll be able to lighten our load. We'll get that hide, kind of put it in with the other ones. Alright, so we found our bed. Let's see, the night is just starting, so we might as well just... We'll sleep some. I don't know why we did just a little bit. I don't know why we didn't do all 12. Sometimes in this game, you kind of just second guess yourself, and you just think, "Oh, let me do this, let me do that," and sometimes there's no consequences. Sometimes you got to think about it. I guess you can't just go to sleep, because if you're too cold, if you're too hungry, if something's not right, it can kind of mess with your overall health, and so you almost kind of have to do things in increments sometimes. And anyways, all right, so there's all the books that we've read through. There's some fuel, lantern fuel that we missed earlier. That's also good for starting fires if your fire needs a jump start. Okay, that's been good. That one's at 24 now. Bedroll. So now we can pass the time till the sun comes up. We're pretty thirsty and we're pretty hungry right now. So you've probably heard me say this before, but I like to alternate like 2 hours past time, 2 hours of sleep. That way, if you pass too much time into the morning, your stamina gauge maybe it's like already 20% spent. So you might as well let that be at 100%. So let the last thing you do be more sleep. So do cycle kind of 2 on, 2 off, something like that. So your stamina bar will stay full when you start the day. Kind of offload some of this stuff into our locker just because we do want to go get those meat bags. Let's see, what can we pass off? Some of these things that we have multiples of. We won't need a flare shell. Won't need a hat. We can kind of put that casing, put all these things in there. All right, and we don't necessarily hear a blizzard outside, so I think we might be good. All right, so let's go back out and pick up our meat bags. Got our gun ready just in case we run across any old friends. And if we come across a deer, it'd be great if we came across a deer. But yeah, now we kind of have the predicament of, I mean, yes, we'll come back with the meat. We'll cook it. We'll probably take it down to sort of like the lower part of the dam where there's actually like a grill. But now the question is do we wait and let our hides cure? And do we take those with us? Just so that we can craft good gear? I don't know. It depends how much food we get. Because again, we'll need some food and some water to transition. And I suppose if we do plan to go to Trapper's Cabin, we'll come back and get that one in a minute. If we do go to Trapper's Cabin, we could come across other wildlife that we could hunt. So okay. Oh, great. All right, so we got that meat bag. We got this one, and a little bit heavy, but still moving pretty well. So we're just gonna keep chugging. If we stay at this rate, that wolf's not gonna charge us. If anything, we'll pick up the pace and put some distance between he and I, and we should be safe as long as we don't come across another one up here. Now that we've picked that meat up. That's one of the mechanics of the game too, is that you are more easily detectable by the wildlife if you're carrying meat on you. And you can also drop some as a decoy. I think if you're playing with the controller, you can hit the down pad, the down key. I'm not sure what it is on the keyboard. You may I can't I don't know if you have to go through the dial on that or not. I started out playing this game on the PC, but now I basically play it with Xbox. But once we make our way over to Trapper's Cabin and move into Mountain Town, I can see me changing the thumbnail up a little bit just to kind of keep it fresh, kind of keep a fresh look to it. I'm kind of curious where he's at, because I mean, hey, if we want to get another wolf pelt, let's get it. But for now, let's go cook. We need to cook. Food wise, I hear another one. I don't see him though. I don't know if he's in here with me or not. That can be a pretty terrifying thing, is if you think you're safe inside these gates and in fact you're not. He might be down below us, is where he might be. I don't see anything moving. Nope. Sounds like maybe he's walking across ice or something. You can hear that little tap, tap, tap. Oh well. Regardless, it's not necessarily our problem right now.
Can't feel my feet.
Okay, yeah, our body temperature's dropping. We're hungry. We got our meat bags here. Which it seems like we had more than that. Did we... I'm trying to remember how many we dropped. If we dropped more than that, or did the wolves take one? Did they eat their own? I don't know. Maybe if we go that way, we can cut through that gap and see if we left a meat bag hanging around. Alright, so now what we'll do basically is just empty this. Since we quartered the wolf, we'll carve it up into meat, and then we'll take it down. There's that one. We'll take it down and carve it up and cook it. 4.5 pounds, about 4.2 pounds. And honestly, just so that we don't have to go down there, we may just build a fire outside.
Oh,
3
thank goodness
sticks.
for
Probably
that.
had to get some more. Okay, that puts us at 14 minutes. We may have to go back inside and get more wood. I didn't think about how much I had on me at the time. But I'm pretty sure we got a bunch of reclaimed wood here in our locker. Yeah, here we go. We'll use that. So we'll go ahead and put our wolf meat down, get that starting to cook, and we'll stoke our fire a little bit. Put our cedar on there. That cedar will burn for a while. And we'll put our other wood on here, but hopefully this wind is not going to be an issue. Oh gosh. 1 hour 40. Okay, so far so good. Yeah, it's blowing hard now. It's probably going to blow my fire out. Dang it. Yeah, 9 minutes. There it goes. Okay. Yeah, so much for that. Weather was fine when I started the fire. But yeah, anything that I put on this fire at this point is just going to blow out. So I'll just be wasting my time if I do something with this. Okay, so what we'll do... Alright, let's take our meat. Let's go inside. And we'll have to go into the bottom of the dam in order to cook that. So once we get that going, we'll get that cooking. And then we'll finally be able to curb our appetite a little bit. But that's a great place for us to stop. When we pick up, we'll cook that meat and we'll begin our exodus from Mystery Lake. So this has been Kairos. Be sure to like and subscribe for more Long Dark content, and we will see you next time.